I'm going to just jump into it because we do have short time here. You guys should be, oh, are you kidding me? That somebody just went in my account.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, here we go. No, I found it.
Okay.
I found it. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so one of the things that we updated last night, we had a build, is this was requested to have the shade name, and voila!
Ever.
Gina,
Awesome.
I think that's something you mentioned to us.
Yeah, it was either Gina or Lori, one of the two of you, but there you go.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so it'll make your lives a little bit easier.
Does it work when you do the drop down too?
Yes, so I'm doing the drop down right now.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So this is more and this is less.
Mm-hmm.
So this down here is just a single line item. It tells you the color. This is a single item. And then here is a deal. So I picked the diamonds and I picked the mini. Is that me running on my screen?
Yeah, we have an artist on your screen.
Yeah.
I think it's you.
How am I doing that?
I don't know. It's amazing.
That is
I don't know where those.
You're not going to be an art teacher?
Yeah.
No. That is very, very weird.
That happens once in a while to Jackie or I too. It's just
no, I did it.
Happens.
No,
Debbie?
I'm guilty. I was trying to do the
so weird.
camera. Yep, sorry about that.
Oh, I don't know how that's happening.
I'm the one.
No worries, Debbie. Draw all you want. If you'd like to draw a heart or a flower, go on ahead.
I'm a developing digital diva. I'm a little technically challenged, but I'm working at it.
We love
Thank
it.
you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
that was one quick thing that I wanted to show you that we were able to get in. That you can see the selections are there. It shows you the picture of the item, the name of the item, and the item code.
Lovely.
Excellent.
Oh, what brilliant. That's so good.
Can you see Paulo?
Hi, Paulo!
Hi, Paulo.
He's like, what are you guys doing in there? No, okay.
So are you spoiling us? Is that going to be on all the time? I mean, is that like how?
As of today, it's on. This is live.
Whoa. Nice.
Yeah, so the build was last night, so everything that we're doing right now, it's live.
So when we order, we can see what we're getting. Love it. Beautiful.
Yeah. So that will be better.
Yes.
The other thing that we've talked about in the past is this section here, which is your shipping and your mailing address. And how do I get that off the screen? Debbie, you drew on my screen. No worries. Okay, but anyways, so we've talked about the shipping address and the mailing address and the billing address. And if you all remember that really the billing address was where we were sending your information to. Well, we made a change last night. So, and maybe I'll have this documented out because it's not 100%, but it's a leap forward. So anybody new that starts today, when they join, automatically the information that they put in on the credit card is going to automatically display in the mailing address. And that is where we're going to mail your items to. Anybody that was prior to today, if you have a mailing address in there, all you need to do is click on edit and click on save. When you do that, that will update the system, and that now becomes your address of where we will actually mail to.
Not ship, to be clear.
Not ship, yeah.
To be clear, it's the mailing
It's your
address.
mailing. It is your mailing. So if you have information there right now, you just need to click on edit and save. And then it'll push the information to actually update it. So If there's no information there, then you just add your information and that's where your items will mail to. But basically what we did was you no longer have to have a credit card now to update your mailing address. We took the logic that was in this section here for the address. So we took this information here and we've moved it over to the mailing address. So the next step that we're hoping to get in for next month is that when you register, you'll have, this is where I'm going to ship to, and then it'll be check marked, this is also where I'm going to mail to. If it's not the same address, you'll have the ability to put in your mailing. And then your credit card is just tied to your credit card address. So
Great.
I talked to Rosario last night, and I wish I would have had the forethought to think about it in advance and say, let's clear out everybody's mailing address so that we know everybody's fresh. But I'll do some work in my brain to figure out a way to see how we can actually take the information of people who have already entered it and try and push it through. But for those of you that, that are on the call or are listening to the recording, all you have to do is click on edit and save, and it'll push the information through, and that will update your mailing address.
But what you're saying, does everyone have to do that?
Yeah, for right now, yeah.
Okay. So that's why you're going to put something out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they've used a different address for their shipping and billing. If you've always only had one address,
then you're fine.
You're fine. You're not having a problem.
Oh,
it's people that have used multiple addresses that have a challenge and we've had challenges mailing to them correct information, and we understand that it's confusing the way it's set up, and we're trying to step by step unravel it.
Yeah.
So like Denise said, it's a step to get us to where we want to be.
Debbie.
That Debbie?
Yeah.
Anyways, as Stacy was saying, we've had some consultants who, the manager supplies the credit card information, and then that becomes where the brochures are mailing to. Mm-hmm. And then the consultant goes in and says, no, this is not, this is my mailing address. So they might have information in here, but what's actually in the back end system right now is the information that's on this screen. So we're trying to get there to get everybody's information updated. And if we can systematically do it, we will certainly do that. But the quick and dirty one is to click on edit and save it, and it'll update it.
And Janet, what we're doing here is we're stopping the problem for new consultants. So, as of today, for new consultants, their experience will be different. Yeah. But as you're talking to your consultants and your leaders and your branches, that just ask them to go in there. If they have more than one address, if they have multiple addresses, just go in and save it. And then for sure they're golden. They will not have an issue. And like Denise said, we'll work on other things to make it better.
Yeah.
This is what we did in for today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As of this morning.
So why are we still getting a stall when they try to bill? I had a girl take 4 days to place an order because her computer wasn't allowing her. And I finally did a Zoom call with her, and I ended up having to place the order from her account.
Because of payments, Janet?
Is it the payment or was it the address?
No, she would place the order and it would go back to the very beginning on her computer and start her all over again. Not start to have to put the order in, but start to have to put the shipping and how she wanted to pay for it and everything.
I did see that once last month.
This was last week.
Yeah, if you have that again, Janet, if you don't mind to call so that we can look at it.
Or record your Zoom meeting.
Or record your Zoom meeting so that we can see it.
Okay.
I did see that happen once last month, but it was like a really random situation with her.
This seemed to be random because she's had success. She's placed 4 or 5 orders.
Yeah.
With the new system, so she was like, oh, she was so frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we got it through.
Definitely, if you are trying to help somebody and you record your Zoom meeting, it was helpful for us because then we can see for ourselves what that experience is, and that helps us figure out.
Super. That's a good idea. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Super. Okay.
Okay. The other thing that Jackie, Mary, I think you asked in our meeting prior was that when you're in the cart.
Yes.
The user doesn't necessarily know if they're in the cart and they want to keep shopping. The user does, sorry. The user doesn't necessarily know that they have to click on add to order to add more
For
items.
some reason, they kind of overlook it because it's kind of grayed out. Yeah. And there's been several people on the call that have said the same thing. Yeah. That if it was just more predominant, I think it would be just more user friendly. It's not something major, but I think it would be nice to have it.
So if you see here, when I'm activated this section, that it's darker. See how it lightens up, and these two lighten up? It's because this is the window. So I can't change the logic to have this highlighted because it's only highlighted when you're on it. But the suggestion that I was thinking of is to possibly put something down here that says continue shopping.
That would be nice.
A continue shopping link, and then it would jump you back to here. Because the option is you either come here and you back to shop by item code, or you shop by browse, or you click here. Those are the 3 options to go back in and continue with the order. But I know we've heard more than once that it's frustrating. So
yep, that would be very helpful.
Could you do continue shopping by item code and continue shopping by inch? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Browsing.
The problem with browse is I wouldn't know where to take you because this entire section is browse.
Special offers.
Maybe I just continue shopping or continue shopping by item code. Either one would work. But yeah, it's a great idea. I like that.
Because if you come back here anyways, it takes you back to item code.
Right.
Even if you've done browsing, that's where it's going to take you.
Right.
Excuse me.
That's a great solution, Denise. I like that.
Right.
So
I do too. Thank you.
So we'll ask and we'll see what they say for that. Do you agree with that? Or
yeah, no, I think it's...
Sometimes Stacy says I'm crazy.
but that's irregardless. That's regardless of if I like her idea or not.
Yeah, I was going to say, come on, she doesn't have to say it.
So that's what we all love about Denise.
So when it takes you back at the end, when I don't know why it takes you back, maybe you've added. So I guess it's when you add promotions that you haven't yet put, and then it takes you all the way back. Is there a way to change? Because twice I've gotten caught. Now it seems to be corrected. It says added to cart. But otherwise, they took me back, and then they had an ad there, so I added it, and without realizing it was charged full price.
Yeah,
because it was already in my cart.
Yeah, and that was because it wasn't showing the added to cart.
You're right. So now it's changed, right? I mean, that's
now it's add to cart.
So now it's showing it after they take you back, and if you've added it, it's added.
Yeah.
Because it showed added cart, but then when they took me back, that disappeared and it showed again.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe you corrected that. That was a big
I've had the same issue, Janet.
yeah.
Just with certain orders though. And then the view more has been a big issue. Instead of showing all the options that they have, they don't see that view more and they say, why can't I get my royal jelly for $18?
Yeah.
Or so that's a big issue.
We were actually trying to get it in last night, but one of the things that we had put in, it didn't pass. And, you know, like Stacy and I have said multiple times, even though it seems like something really little, if the code does not pass and it's going to risk you being able to place an order or cause you any other frustration, we don't take the risk and we pull it from the build. So
oh, good. Thank you.
We had to make that decision yesterday. Unfortunately, it was something on the view more that we were trying to get in, but something else that was tied to it didn't work. So
when they is there a way? I mean, is there a way that we can cure this problem? That I mean, because I went back, I looked at my order. But of course it didn't, I think you and I talked about this, it didn't show the regular price I was being charged. So I didn't know I was even being charged that until I got my confirmation after I'd already placed the order. Is there a way for it to show if you're going to be charged that?
Well, so I can't add this one again because I've already added it.
Right.
And I can only add a quantity of one here.
Mm-hmm.
What did you order, Janet, that charged you full price?
That's exactly what happens. What just happened to you. It shows it didn't pass.
Yeah, and it's just because it's slow. So see, I just had to wait, and then it added.
Right.
So it's just still loading.
Okay. So we'll tell them it's excellent, but it's slow.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
So Denise, hi.
Hi, Diana.
Hi. When you place like a $600 order, you know, when I order to the volcanic mask, I only get one. I cannot go back and get more than one, you know.
Yeah, and I believe that it is only limited to one within the order.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, if you have two hostess, you need to place two orders.
Yes.
No, are you talking about the offer, the $11 offer?
No.
No, you can add multiple ones. I had like 6 in one order because I had 6 offers.
No. She's talking about the volcanic mask.
Oh, yeah.
Hostess.
The hostess gift. The hostess
Yeah.
gift.
Yeah.
The hostess gift. Yeah.
Is when you go into shop, like sometimes I'm having problems with the item code and the special, and especially the one that you have to select products. So I go into shop, but you know, I want to buy 3 of those promotions, and maybe they have the same product in the packet. So do I have to click 3 times, or you know, I would like to just go into shop, select.
So we did have it before where you had to add on it multiple times. But if you saw when I did it this time, it actually showed up each one individually, so that on the purchase with purchase, it is correct. And let me get there.
Exactly. I just want a regular offer where you have an item code and you have to select 2, 3 items. Just not regular. I mean,
right. If you're looking at the picture, right, Diana? If you're looking at the shop by the photo.
The browse.
Yeah. If you browse and you click on it, I never know, and it's the same thing on our websites. If you want 2, it's not very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, so I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, so let's go for this offer for example, right? So if
Yeah,
I
it just says add it to cart.
if I add to cart, it's only going to give me one.
So you cannot do.
But don't take
If
one
I
that you get choices.
Right, if I want to do two, I need
Mhm.
to go to quick view. And then here's where I would change my quantity. But even here, when I'm doing the quantity, this is going to give me this lipstick 3 times and this lipstick 3 times. It's not a quantity of 3 and then I'm going to pick 3 of this one and 3 of that one. If you want all the same, then you do the quantity here like that.
No, but I'm talking about a one item without choices.
One item without choices?
Yes.
A single item?
Yeah.
Okay. So for example, the Dermaline filler.
Yeah.
And you want more than one?
Yeah. But how would someone know that?
Well, you would click on the view. So you could either change it here. Do you want to go?
It's okay.
Okay. Sorry. I guess the meeting is right now, not in 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you would either do it here or it would be in your shopping cart. Here, you would change your quantity.
Okay, so it's not self-explanatory for us to do that. That's not, I mean, usually when you place an order online, you put how many you want and that's it.
Yeah, what you say,
You can't.
the navigation.
The navigation is not clear.
Yes, you had to.
Okay. The other thing is if you wanted more than one, you could add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. And
Okay.
what that's going to do is it actually added, I should have, I think, 7 now.
Denise, eventually we'll be able just to put, we want 7 of something. We won't have to go back and change it from 1 to 7, correct? That's just, because right now it just takes 1.
Well, you can go to Quick View and change it. That's what she was saying, but who would know to go to Quick View?
Are you talking
but
about
I'm
when
saying
you add a product?
eventually? Yeah.
You can change it when you add it.
Yeah, but we can, eventually can we just put 7 and just be done with it instead of going back and changing it is what I'm saying.
No,
we want 7 of
I think it's all a matter of how you want to order. If you're ordering by browsing, then
by item code.
You're more ordering like a client would, and they're more apt to ordering a quantity of 1. But when you get to your cart, you could say, oh, you know what? No, I wanted 2 of those. So I would change the quantity to 2 and update.
Yeah, I'm just saying simpler, people want to know why they can't just put 7 of something and they have to go back and change it. I'm talking about going on by item code. I don't do browsing. I always do item code.
Yeah, so if you do shop by item code, then you just put your quantity there.
You just put the quantity in.
Yeah, so let's say I take this offer here.
I thought if you put 7 in, it'll give you like 17 because it's already automatically has a 1.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I have like a really big, very detailed change on that I've asked for. And I said, can you give it to me for November? Because yes, it automatically fills the 1 and I'm asking them not to automatically fill it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
If I showed you my ticket, you'd probably all like, oh my God. I've also asked that you're able to use the enter key, not just the tab key, because sometimes when you're on a full keyboard, especially the people in customer service, they're using traditional 10 key and they have to hit tab here. And you shouldn't have to. You should be able to hit enter.
Yeah.
It should. I've asked for it to skip the remove button because I myself have entered an item code, entered a quantity, and then hit tab and hit enter. and I've just removed the item because
Yes,
the
yes,
keystroke goes
exactly,
from here
exactly.
to there.
Yeah.
So I have asked that you go, if you skip, if you enter here, I've asked this automatically fill a 1. If you don't put anything, like if you leave it blank, fill in a 1. Otherwise, it'll take whatever you type, but don't autofill a 1. So
That would be
for
good.
January. But
And then Denise, another thing, I had a consultant place a $600 order, and once she got her invoice and everything, she was so confused because the way that it breaks down, she goes, I didn't want a bag with the royal jelly set, and it charged me $10 or whatever. Before we just had it where the set was $131. Okay.
Yeah, we're working on the totals for sure because they are very confusing.
Yeah.
So that is something that we're working on because it breaks everything out instead of just lumping the offer together.
Yeah.
We are aware of that.
Okay. Okay, good.
Okay.
And
then,
what about new consultants when they sponsor? I signed up someone last night, and I was just wondering, with the hostess gifts, has that been corrected where they can actually order the hostess gifts now, like the royal jelly for $18 with an order when they're ordering their kit and placing an order?
Not yet when they order their kit, but it is a request. But it didn't make it in yet.
So if they order their kit and they're placing a $600 order with it, they cannot order the multiple royal jellies for $35, the hostess gift, correct?
No, not yet.
At this time. Okay. And of course, that's a biggie for us with new consultants.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's not a policy?
It's an issue. It's a technical issue that right now we're limited against.
Okay, they're thinking it's because.
I'm sorry?
What you're saying is the programming won't let them do it.
Sorry, Marilyn, I can't hardly hear you.
We can't hear you, Marilyn.
I'm saying it appears to the person who's trying to order more than one because their order is large, but the company doesn't want her to be able to do that. What you're saying is it's really a programming problem.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Marilyn.
Another day.
Okay, sorry.
She said it's a programming issue.
Yeah.
It's a program.
So Denise, Diana, me again. I'm gonna kind of branch out from the, but I have this consultant last week, and I already processed an inquiry, but and her address was changed, and from Utah to Las Vegas, and so she haven't got her literature, the mailing for this month. But how that can happen? How can someone get into her account and have that address change it? I mean,
I just had that last night.
You can blame me. You can blame me, but the accounts have been fixed since. We had a little bit of a mix-up, not on everybody's account, but there were some consultants, and they have since been fixed.
Okay, well.
So do I text you about one? I mean, I think she wanted it for Christmas. She lives in Houston, and it was sent to San Diego.
Her order?
Yes.
Yeah. If you have her information, then go ahead and send it to us.
Yeah. Janet, if you drop Denise or I her consultant ID, we can look into her specific order. When did she place the order?
I don't know, but the girl isn't in my branch. One of my girls said, how did I get this order?
Go ahead and send us the information, Janet.
I sent it to Paulo this morning because I didn't know who to send it to, because I thought she wants the order I'm sure by Christmas.
Yeah, send it to us and we'll look into it. Although we'll not spend the time with the others on the call, so just send it.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
And Denise, I know you've got a minute, and so do I. I've got a meeting as well. I urgently have to get to as well. that just popped up too. So Denise, I know a couple of questions. Let me just follow up on a couple of things. One, people were still asking for the year to date in sales. We did ask Luce last time we were on a couple of weeks ago for that. We don't have that in place as of yet.
Right, we don't have that in place yet.
We're still requesting. I don't want you to think we forgot. We haven't. So we are still requesting that. Second thing, other things, I know Denise, you and I were chatting a little bit back and forth over the last week. Any other last minute tips before we go and reminders from what we've been talking about?
No, Diana, I might reach out to you separately because I did see Jackie had sent me your video of when you were clicking on the information from the email from Jafra that I had gone to the different consultants' website. That is actually a caching issue. I sent Jackie a video back showing her that if your computer is cached with your website, it's gonna, when you click on that link, it's gonna go to your website. If you've cached with someone else's personal website, it's gonna go there. If you don't have any cache at all, it's gonna go to Jafra.com. So I noticed that in the video that you had sent, there were multiple tabs open. So that's why it had gone to somebody else rather than to yourself. And when Jafra sends out those emails, the links are actually to Jafra.com. And on your personal computer, if obviously if you've cached your own personal website, when you click on it, it's going to go to your link. But just know that anybody that you send that to, the link itself is actually to Jafra.com.
Well,
unless they have cached on their computer a personal website as well.
Why to that consultant, which I didn't know, I never went there, or age people. That's, I don't know how to say that.
Sorry, Diane, I'm having a hard time hearing you. But I can call you separately, and we can go over that.
Okay.
And I will take that video for everyone. Denise did a great short video. We were going to try to play it today, but we're both being demanded into meetings right now. So that being said, I will share that on WhatsApp for all of you. She has a couple of really cool videos that just sort of show those steps in case that's happening. It's that reminder to always clear the caches, right? So incognito no longer, it's clearing the caches in the history. And to work out of 2 different servers if you're ever helping someone from Firefox to Chrome. Clear caches and make sure you're not working on the same server to help somebody else because your caches are collecting. So
one thing really quickly, I know that we both have to go, really quickly is one of the things that went in last night is that if you open a tab with your own personal website and then you open a tab with somebody else's personal website, just know that the last tab that you opened takes precedence over all of them.
Yeah.
So Diana, if you open yours and then let's say you open mine, the most recent tab the most recent website cached is the priority. So even if you go back to your website, it will show as yours until you click on it. It's going to take over and be the last one that you logged into.
So how that link gets created if I had never clicked into that consultant in particular, the one that's showing the video, because I don't even know what I didn't click on.
Yeah.
So how I started?
It had to have come somehow from Jafra.com, but we can definitely go over it together and see. But when you're helping other consultants out and you're jumping around to their websites, it's really important that you clear your cache because you don't want your order to go to somebody else. Okay. And it will kick your client out, even if they're logged in on your website and you open somebody else's. If you come back to yours, your client's going to be kicked out and you're going to end up on the other website. Because the most current logged in is the one that takes precedence.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
If you're helping days to.
And Denise, this might help other people too, but there's orders are still pending from the 15th, like early morning, and there's no tracking on them. Is that, we're not having any more issues? Are we with stuck orders? Or are they just super busy? Do you know?
They're super busy. We had a really big weekend. And
she's actually looking at orders right now.
If I'm looking this way, it's because I'm looking at your orders.
She's looking at the orders right now.
So I was talking to Dallas. I was working with Dallas this morning on making sure that we get out all of the last orders that came in over the weekend that didn't get shipped Monday or Tuesday. So I believe that every order from the weekend will be shipped out this morning, and you should see a tracking number. But the most went, most have gone already. There's a couple of 100, I think, from the weekend that did not get processed yesterday.
Okay, I was just concerned because this was 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. It happened to be mine, but there's a few others.
Right, but don't forget, Dallas didn't work Saturday or Sunday, so we don't take the orders from the time it came in. They get grouped a little bit differently. So even if everything came into Dallas, like into the Dallas shipping system on Monday morning at the same time.
Okay.
And then
I just assumed they were working on Saturday. Yeah. Okay.
They did not work on Saturday, so they did not get on Monday morning. But yes, I'm absolutely looking at it right now as we speak.
Okay.
Multitasking, but by the way, ladies, only women are really good at multitasking.
Okay, ladies, I have to go and stop the recording. So I want to say thank you, Denise and Stacy. They're late for their meeting, so am I. And thank you for today. Appreciate it, and we'll keep you posted for 2019. Thanks for all you do, Stacy.
Bye, guys. Happy holidays. Happy New Year, everyone.
Merry Christmas.